Welcome back. In this lesson I'm going to talk about left hand technique. When you look at most pop productions, the left hand is really not doing that much of a job. Usually most of the time it will be playing the double bass of some chord. So it's just jumping around. Now, I'm not saying this is not difficult when you start out, but if you want to branch out to any other style, it's important that you keep your left hand in shape. This will be, can be classical styles, boogie-woogie, anything that's jazz related, and so forth. So we're going to actually work a bit on your octaves in the left hand. You can start by picking any scale. Let's pick the C major scale. So just the white notes on the piano, but you should really repeat these exercises in all scales. First thing you're going to do is you're going to play the scale up and down, either one repetition or two repetitions using octaves. So what do I mean by that? I mean, instead of playing the simple notes, you're going to play the scale going up and then down, using octaves. And of course, ideally, what you like to do is get some speed. You build up slowly. You make sure that your technique is proper and your form is good before building up your speed. But ultimately, this is the kind of speed you'd like to get to. Another exercise. Once you've mastered the simple up and down octave scale playing, try alternating between the lower and upper notes on the octave. So instead of playing the octaves as they are, try playing and going down. Once again, it's important to repeat this in many different on many different scales, major, minor, and so forth, until you're comfortable with the idea. In particular, you'll find that switching between the white and black notes is a bit challenging and tricky when you're starting out. Here's a third exercise. Now, instead of playing a scale, try going up and down on a particular chord. This works particularly well with seventh chords. So, this is a C7 chord. It's made of a C, E, G, and B flat. Here's an F7 chord, F, A, C, and E flat, and a G7 chord, G, B, D, and F. What you could do is sort of build up a line, like you'd use in swing or jazz. So I'm just playing the notes of the chord and adding this A in between. Then move on to the F7, back to the C7, then the G. Actually, you can play not a G7 but a G6, so G, B, D, E, an F6, and then back to the C. So this is a bit of a turnaround. You're playing C, E, F, F sharp, G, F, E, D. So this is actually a good build-up for playing sort of swing, boogie-woogie sort of lines, rock lines, and so forth. So you just play two C7th, 1 F7, 1 C7, 2 F7, 2 C7, G6, F6, and then your turnaround. You can actually add some swing to it, so instead of playing the octave straight, you could do something like this. But do this only after you've practiced the straight one, because once again it's more challenging once you have this sort of swing rhythm. That's it for now. I hope you've learned something and you have something new to practice. It's interesting to check out the classical literature for the use of octaves in the left hand. For example, check out the first movement, the Allegro from Beethoven's Pathetic Sonata, not pathetic in the sense of miserable, but in the sense of grand. It's actually probably one of the most exhilarating passages making use of left hand alternating octaves. That's it for now, and I'll see you next time.